In the quiet village of Rampur, nestled among the rolling hills of central India, a sense of unease had gripped the residents for months. The source of their fear was Nandini, a young woman once known for her radiant beauty and kind heart. She lived with her husband, Rajesh, in a modest home on the outskirts of the village. But Nandini was no longer the woman the villagers remembered. It began on a sweltering summer evening when Nandini returned from the nearby forest after gathering firewood. She seemed different, her usually cheerful demeanor replaced by a cold, unsettling silence. Her wide, unblinking eyes carried an eerie intensity, and she muttered words in a language no one could understand. Rajesh dismissed it as exhaustion, but that night he woke to find her sitting upright in bed, staring at the moon with an unnatural grin. Days turned into weeks, and Nandini's behavior grew more alarming. She would vanish into the forest for hours, only to return covered in dirt, her hands clutching strange, withered herbs. At night, her voice echoed through the house as she whispered chants in an unearthly tongue. Objects in their home began to move on their own. Pots clattered, doors slammed, and shadows danced on the walls. The villagers, deeply superstitious, whispered about possession. They believed Nandini had fallen victim to a malevolent spirit, perhaps one angered by the cutting of sacred trees in the forest. They urged Rajesh to seek help from the village priest, Pandit Sharma, who was known for his knowledge of rituals and exorcisms. Reluctantly, Rajesh agreed. Pandit Sharma visited their home, carrying sacred items, a conch shell, a trident, and a bundle of incense. As he chanted mantras, Nandini's behavior grew violent. She thrashed, screamed, and spoke in a guttural voice that was not her own. Her strength was otherworldly, and it took 3 men to restrain her. "The spirit is powerful," Pandit Sharma declared, sweat dripping down his face. "It seeks to claim her soul." The exorcism continued for hours. Nandini's voice changed, alternating between pleading cries and bone-chilling laughter. The room grew icy cold despite the summer heat, and an oppressive darkness filled the space. The priest recited ancient verses with unwavering determination, ringing a bell to ward off the evil force. Suddenly, Nandini's body arched backward, and a deep, guttural voice emerged. "You cannot take her. She is mine." The villagers who had gathered outside gasped in terror. Pandit Sharma threw holy water onto Nandini, causing her to writhe and scream. Smoke rose from her skin as if it were burning. With one final chant, the spirit let out an ear-piercing shriek and departed, leaving Nandini unconscious on the floor. The room grew still, and the oppressive darkness lifted. When Nandini awoke, she remembered nothing of the past months. Though she seemed to recover, the villagers remained wary. Some claimed to hear faint whispers in the wind near her home, and others swore they saw shadows lingering in the forest at night. To this day, the people of Rampur speak of Nandini's possession in hushed tones, wondering if the spirit truly left or if it waits, biding its time in the depths of the ancient forest.